Hello, magical maestros of your reality. I hope you're like having the best day ever, like seriously. And if you aren't, that's okay too. You know, in a lot of my videos, I promote presence. I promote taking care of yourself because you are the most important investment. And yes, you surely are. Never forget that. It's your energy, it's your time, it's your attention. How are you managing that? And like I know, like, we hear often, like, be here now, be present, be in the moment. Why though? It's like nobody really explains why. Like, why should we be in the moment? They might, tell you about some kind of like mental head play, like, you can't change the past, the future is, unwritten. But I mean, okay, like, but why is it so important to be present? Well, let me tell you, for me, like, being present like gives me the ability to like still my mind. Have you heard of the term monkey mind? How, like, in your mind there's a monkey and it's jumping all over the place and it's just taking you for a freaking ride. It's pulling your attention here, there, everywhere. And then you just can't think clearly because you're being like fragmented, and your ability to see clearly is very, I want to say, like, distorted, because this monkey is taking you for a ride. I personally think I have bunnies in my mind, and they're hopping around, but most of the time they're taking naps. So I think it's because I've been practicing, like, being profoundly present in every moment, but that took some work. I feel like when I was younger, when I was still growing into knowing, trying to understand, like, why people do the things they do, why do I do the things I do, why is this happening, before I really, like, gained a certain level of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, I definitely had monkey mind. And yeah, you can't make clear, concise choices that are good for you when you're in that state. I kicked that monkey out and I got bunnies, and the bunnies are so much cooler. They're like quiet, they're really like, they're just kind of grazing on grass, and then they take naps. Yeah, but where was I going with this video? You are the maestro, okay? You are the conductor, you are the captain of your ship, and you should definitely be, I want to say, taking stock of your energy and your time and your attention and how you are, like, dispensing that. I think that's another great thing about presence. Not only do you calm your mind, your ability to see clearly is enhanced. So, you can, like, literally see people's projections, you can see people's manipulation tactics. And when you can see things that clearly, you definitely won't be fooled by tomfoolery or bullshittery. Oh, do you know? So I had, like, a deaf friend. He taught me all the bad words. But one of the things he taught me in sign language that I will not forget till today, I will teach you now. Okay, he taught me how to say bullshit in sign language. So basically, you make your hand like that, like a bull's head, kind of, sort of, with the horns, and then you make it like that, and then that. Bullshit. Yeah, that's like one of my, I don't know, I love making that sign. Yeah, yeah, when you're profoundly present and you become like the magical maestro of your reality and your perception, you can totally see projections. You can see everyone else's projections. You can also see how they're trying to manipulate each other. It's really funny, and how they're trying to project on you, and how they're trying to, like, manipulate you. But because you're so clear and present, yeah, it just doesn't work. I mean, a lot of times too, like, it's funny. I definitely am a mixed bag. So I want to say most people, when I'm out in public, most people will see like this childlike, kind of like joyful, I have childlike glee just oozing out of me. Like I don't take things too seriously. Well, I kind of don't take things seriously in general, but I'm hyper aware, and I'm very accepting, and I think you do too, people watching. And the reason I like people watching, one, because when you're people watching, you're profoundly present in the moment, and you're just kind of like observing life as it happens in real time, and this includes people. You know what I mean? And when you're like in that kind of detached, hyper aware, present, observational space, and you're not taking things personally, you're just kind of looking at things and trying to see what's happening and understand why it's happening, yeah, you can see things really clearly. Like a lot of people do a lot of things and they don't even know they're doing it. Sometimes I'm doing things I don't even know what I'm doing, but I certainly know that when I do things, I definitely am not trying to like cause harm on another person. I like to leave things better than I found them, and yeah, like I feel like that's something I live by, like leave things better than you found it, whether it be a space or a person. And if you show up as yourself with the intentions that you have, to leave things better than you found it, but say like the person is not left better, that's not your fault. That's probably a them thing. You know what I mean? Which goes into how do I stitch this together? I was thinking about this morning, and I wanted to make a video on this. You shouldn't have to convince people of your worth or your value. Like, you're not a beggar. You're not like, please give me attention, please validate me, please accept. No. No. As recovering people pleasers and recovering, or not even recovering, empowered empaths, conscious empaths, we are not playing that game anymore. We are not making ourselves small. We are not begging, okay? We're not trying to appease everybody, okay? It's all about just showing up as you are. Showing up as you are with your big heart and your hypersensitivity and your bright fucking light, yeah, and just do that. And the people, you don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to literally, if you have to convince someone, you need to like take a step back and maybe take stock of like how you're participating in situations that are probably not good for you. And that's another cool thing about being present. I do like regular check-ins with myself, to see like how I'm feeling on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual level, energetic level. How do I feel? And if something feels unaligned or imbalanced, I give that attention. I don't necessarily like try to fix it. It's weird when you give it attention without judging it, without trying to fix it or change it. When you give it attention, it's almost like you intentionally give that thing space to be as it is, and eventually it just kind of like unravels itself without you having to do anything. And that's why, like, for me, like, I do regular check-ins to see like where I am at, and I girl, somebody is trying to call me now. Oh man, I just got a call and I got super interrupted in the middle of my thoughts. But I was gonna say, oh man, yeah, you don't have to convince anyone of your worth or your value, guys. Like, the sun doesn't convince like the plants to absorb its sunlight. The sun doesn't like beg like the earth to take its light. You know what I mean? It just shines. Okay? Anyways, yeah, so don't you don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to beg. I used to do that, dude. Like, dude, for most of my life, especially like up until like, I don't know, maybe like a year or two ago, I low-key used to like, especially people who I really wanted to keep in my inner circle. You know, they weren't necessarily the best people for me, but because I loved them and I cared about them so much, I felt like, I don't know, it's almost like, you know, you feel loyal, you know, and despite like how somebody's treating you, you know, like you still stay in a situation and it's like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I love you, but it's not good for me, and I don't need to like make myself small or accept mistreatment from you to keep you in my life. You know, to either show up correct or just, I'm just gonna have to dismiss you over there. Love you from a distance. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just be who you are, you know, and then the people who love you, and the people who don't. And that's easy, right? It's very clear, and you can tell by how they make you feel. You know, if they light you up, if you get excited around certain people, that's how you know that's your people. If you feel kind of confused or downtrodden, or like, oh, what's going on here, like, you know, your body will tell you. Your body will tell you. Let it go with love. You know, I for one don't believe in revenge. You know, I just feel like, how do you put out a fire by putting more wood in it? You don't. You know, I just kind of remove myself from that, you know, and then just let it like fizzle out on its own, because, you know, everybody has their own journey, their own karma that they're working through, and that has nothing to do with me. You know, I need to focus on myself and managing my energy. And yeah, absolutely, we are the managers, you know, promote, demote, fire as necessary. You know, withdraw your attention, or you know, invest your attention in things that fucking light you up more. You know what I mean? Shoots, what else? I was gonna say something else. That always happens. Yeah, I'm in this era where I really, if we vibe, we vibe. If we don't, we don't. And it's not personal. I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna go on my own merry way and keep doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to say something else, and it totally slipped my mind, but it was kind of in correlation to the topic that we are currently on. I don't know. And I really don't want to waste any of your time like sitting here contemplating. I don't know. If it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Oh my god, I'm like, there's just cute little doves sitting. Oh my god, it's so cute. You guys want to see it? Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, so yeah, if I'm not in my house, I'm literally in parking lots, okay? And I don't know why, but I always observe like birds. But look at how cute that bird is. Oh my gosh. He's just sitting on the earth, absorbing some sunshine, chilling by himself. Oh my god, adorable. Anyways, as per usual, I hope you're having the best day ever. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my rambles. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm in the era of my life where it's like, if anything bums me out, I just don't have time for it. You know, I have some, and it's funny. Okay, so in my comments, like, I don't mind when people comment. I actually like reading other people's comments, because I get to see like how people's like mind reacts to the information that they ingested from my videos, which I think is cool. What I will not tolerate, though, currently in this era of my life, is bullying. So if somebody is going to be leaving some disrespectful comment, you know, and it's not personal, but I will not tolerate it. So I will immediately like block, or yeah, I just don't have time. Like, who has time for that? You know, if you want to be like disrespectful, then I'm sorry that you don't like yourself, you know, but I like myself. So I'm not going to tolerate that. I'm not going to tolerate that energy coming my way. And you're probably going to be blocked. I have no problem blocking. I think you guys know, because like this video, this channel I made specifically for INFJs. So I feel like most of my viewers are INFJs or empaths or whatever. And I think you guys know, like once you reach like a particular like level of abuse or disrespect, you just cut. I have no problem just cutting it off. Like, cut it off, you know? I send you love, cut you out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, this is not a, what is that called? Where you're trying to be, I'm not, dude, this is not a popularity contest. I'm not trying to get, I don't know, man. Just treat people with respect and kindness, okay? That's what I do. And in this era of my life, if that is not being reciprocated, bomb, cut, done. You know, like it's like it's very obvious, like that's that person's projections, you know. And because I'm aware of the projections and the manipulations and the bullying, I'm just like, I'm good, you know. I'm sorry you don't like yourself, but I'm not going to tolerate that your projections being projected at me. And I'm also not going to be bullied or manipulated into reacting or responding to your behaviors. You know, take that power back. Take that power back, guys. Yeah. Anyways, be blessed. And much love to one and all. Amen.